Hey everyone, so for today's video I'm going to be doing my piercings video. I'm going to be showing you all the piercings that I have, how bad they hurt, how long I've had them, and I'm going to be showing you, or telling you I guess, piercings that I used to have and if they hurt, if I would get them again, and other piercings I may or may want in the future. So let's go ahead and jump right on into the video. Start off with the most obvious one is this one here. And I've had my lip pierced since I was 14, so that was 14 years? Yeah, 14 years ago, because I'm 28. So, yeah, wow, 14 years ago I've had this, and this one, though, I don't usually wear it. I've worn it for the past week now, but I had it out for probably 2 years, and it was still open. There was just a really thin flap of skin behind it, so I just had to push through it, and it didn't hurt or anything, and you know, even after I got the jewelry in there, it was just a little bit sore for like maybe the first day, but now it's totally fine. And this one, I don't really remember. I think it hurt a little bit, but not horrible. So yes, this one I've had for 14 years and it stays open. So I don't know if that's just my body. I find that a little weird because the mouth is the most fast to heal with piercings. So I'm not sure if that's normal or what it is, but so my next piercing I have are my ears. You know, that's the most normal one, and I think I got those when I was maybe 5. I don't really remember. I was really young. And pain, I can't really tell you because I was so little. And I would think that the pain, though, for these is not that much at all. I've heard people who have gotten them later, it's not that big of a deal. And so many people have them, so yeah, that's the most basic one. And then I have this pierce, the Tragus. And this one hurt pretty good, and it was a pain to heal. And for me, I got it maybe 10 years ago, something like that. Yeah, it did hurt because it's so thick there. Cartilage always hurts more than, you know, just like the lip or the eyebrow or ears. I found if you get it pierced with, I think they pierce it with a hoop. I'm not sure because it's been so long, but I found that if you put the stud in, I think it's kind of the same thing as like the lip you could get when you have the stud. It has the flat back. You can get it for this. But I found it bothered me so bad because if I would put in earbuds, it would kind of stick out, and that kind of hurt it. So the ring is perfect. It doesn't stick out or anything. And this one, it took quite a while to heal. Cartilage always does, but after, you know, it's healed, it's totally fine now. I never have any issues with it, never. It does hurt, but I think in the end, it's really worth it. Now, my next piercing, or I think my last one, is my belly button. So I've had my belly button pierced since I was 16. So it's been 12 years, and that one hurt pretty bad. I remember I was laying there, and when he stuck the needle in, I remember it hurt really bad. The healing process wasn't so bad because again, it's not cartilage or anything, and I think it took, you know, 6 to 8 weeks, the normal. I just remember it hurt pretty bad, and the healing process was a little, it sucked, but it wasn't as bad as, you know, some other piercings can be. So those are the piercings I have. I mean, I have my ears here, but it's just like the regular earrings, so I'm not going to get into that. But so piercings I have had pretty much all of them. I've had my eyebrow, I've had my nose twice, I've had my lip, or not my lip, I've had my tongue. I've had, yeah, the cartilage up here, and these are still open, but I never wear them. I've had my belly button, the lower belly button part, and for me, so, okay, my tongue, I've heard that that's the worst one, but for me, it wasn't, because when he was piercing me, I was so scared, so I was very tense, and when he stuck the needle in, I was just sitting there with my tongue out, and he went to turn away. And I'm like, oh my god, is it in yet? Is it in yet? And he's like, yeah, it's in already. And I'm like, what? I didn't even feel it at all. But the healing process, oh, that is like the worst. I remember I almost took it out. I was almost in tears. It hurt so bad. And your tongue swells up. You can barely eat anything. It just hurts to talk, it hurts to eat, it really sucks. But in the end, I wanted it so bad. So in the end, I dealt with all the pain and it was worth it. But I took it out because, and this I got when I was 16, so this was 12 years ago, and I just took it out about 2 months ago. If you look back to my earlier videos, you can see I still have it. But I took it out because I chipped my tooth here. And thankfully it chipped on the back, so you can't see it. I can see it and I can feel it. So after that happened, I took it out. And I was like, no more of this. It's really bad for your teeth to have your tongue pierced, especially if you're playing with it, and, you know, and for me, having it the 12 years, that's not good at all. But, you know, I finally took it out, so hopefully everything's good. The last time I went to the dentist, they always tell me to take it out. They're always going to tell you to take out those kind of piercings, but they told me I have really good teeth, really good gums, so if I take it out now, I'll be fine. Now this, though, to me, it doesn't, it does rub against your teeth, but just right here, or wherever you're going to have it pierced. But it depends what you have in it. Like the ring, it rubs a teeny bit, but the flat back will. I've noticed that when I'm talking, especially if it's metal, it tends to rub against your teeth, and that like really bugs me. So I got plastic labres. But I put one in, when I first put this back in, I put in the metal one, because I thought, oh, it's not going to rub up against my braces, you know, so, or it will rub up against my braces, not my teeth, so it'll be fine for now until, you know, I get my braces off. But the flat back kept getting caught right here, so it would get stuck, and then, you know, I would have to move it, like if I was eating or sometimes when I was talking. So that got really annoying, and it's not, I don't think it's good for the brace wire, you know, if it gets caught and then it pulls out. So for now I have the ring in, but I do like the labre a lot better. So once I get my braces off, I'll be going back to the labre with the plastic. Now, back to piercings I've had and that I don't have anymore. So yes, the tongue piercing, if you get a really short bar, I still think that's going to be an issue because you are going to end up playing with it. Everybody I know that has their tongue pierced, they always play with it. So, I mean, if you want it really bad, you just got to be cautious about that. So, I just realized for me, my teeth are more important than having my tongue pierced. So, I ended up taking it out. But if it wasn't for that, I would probably still have it because I love the tongue piercing. Now, my nose, I've had both sides pierced. The first side, I had the right side pierced, and I had that pierced sometime in high school. Don't exactly remember when or how old I was, but I got it pierced with a piercing gun because my friend, her sister had a piercing gun, so she pierced me with that, and then she put just a stud in there. So I took care of it. It wasn't even like a real nose ring or anything, so it was a 20 gauge. So then I went to, I think I just had it was an actual earring stud. So I went out and bought a nose stud, and I stuck it in there. And I had that for the longest time, and I took it out, I think, for a job. So if it wasn't for that, I'd probably still have it because I had no issues with that at all. So years later now, I think I was 24 maybe, about 23, 24. I ended up getting my left side pierced, and that one, it was professionally, but not, I went to my friend's house, and he used to be a professional piercer, so he had all the stuff. So he pierced it for me, and we did a hoop, which I didn't mind it, but over time, when I would like see myself in pictures and stuff, and even in the mirror, I felt like this side of my nose hung lower than this side because I had the jewelry in. I don't know if it really did, I just felt like it, so I ended up taking it out. Pain tolerance, it wasn't really that bad at all. I mean, it hurts a little bit, but not something you can't, you know, stand. And the healing process, it heals really quick. You'd think it wouldn't because it's, I think, the most dirtiest place because, you know, the inside of your nose, you gotta clean the inside, you gotta clean the outside, and, you know, boogers and stuff, but it heals pretty quick, and It didn't bother me at all. That one little thing I had with it. So the next piercing I've had is my eyebrow up here. And I took that one out because of a job too, and it was hurting. So I got that one pierced when I was 16, somewhere around there. And I had it for maybe only 2 years. And I ended up taking it out because it wouldn't fully heal. There would be good days and bad days with it. And for the 2 years I had it, it was just getting annoying. I kept trying to clean it. You know, when you first get it pierced, how you have to clean it. I kept doing that and using Neosporin, and it would not fully 100% heal for me. I don't know, again, if that's a normal thing or if it was just me, if my body just didn't like that piercing. I'm not sure. And the pain for that one, for me, it hurt because, well, not the piercing itself did hurt, I remember, and the healing process too. And you also got to think, if you do your eyebrows every day, you're not going to be able to, because you have to keep that area clean. If you wear makeup every day, you're not going to be able to, because again, you have to keep it clean. You know, you can't really wear any makeup, maybe a little bit of eyeshadow and mascara, eyeliner, you know, the small stuff. But you can't, you know, do your eyebrows, you can't do foundation powder, you can't get any of that stuff in there. So, I mean, for me, it's not that big of a deal because I'm not going to get it again, you know, but for anybody who's interested in getting that, you have to be careful, especially if you're a girl, if you like wearing makeup, or if you're a guy and you like wearing makeup too. Now, if you don't wear any makeup at all, then you're probably good to go. But for me, and I've thought about getting it done again because I really like the eyebrow piercing. I think it looks good on anybody. But remembering what I went through, I don't think I want to do that. Now, the last piercing I have had that I've taken out is my lower belly button. And that one hurt pretty bad, and I got it when I was like 16. It was kind of a year after I got my regular belly button done. And that one I ended up taking out because when I got it pierced, it hurt. And I knew if I took care of it really good, it would heal just like the one I have now. But I was too impatient with it. After a week, I changed the jewelry out to a hoop because I wanted to hoop there. And I kind of started to lay back on the cleaning of it, and so it got infected. And I didn't realize it. Either I didn't realize it or I just didn't want to admit it. And I showed it to my mom one day, and she's like, "Oh my God, you need to take that out, that's infected." And I'm just like, because I didn't want to take it out, so I was like, fine. I mean, it didn't look nasty, but you could tell it was infected, and she's like, "You need to take that out." And I think it got infected because the jewelry I used, that I exchanged it out with, it was cheap. And it was blue coated, titanium blue coated, so I think that's why it probably got infected. So I know now that if I ever get another piercing again, which I don't really know if I'm going to get any more. I've thought about getting my rook, which is this right here. But I don't know. I haven't had a piercing in so long that I don't know. I don't really feel the need. I mean, I have my lip right now. I've had since I was 14, and I can, you know, take it out whenever I want, wear it whenever I want, because it won't close, which I actually like that. And it leaves scars. I mean, my nose you can't really tell, but you can see my eyebrow. Maybe not on camera, but in person you can see my eyebrow scar. So I don't know. If anything, I probably won't get any more face piercings, but like I said, I'll probably get my rook pierced, maybe. I haven't made my final decision on that yet, because I'm a little nervous. I don't really know if I want to take the time to take care of a piercing, because that's the worst part of anything, piercings or tattoos, is the aftercare. Because for me, if I want something, I just want it. I don't want to have to take care of it, clean it every day, 5-6 times a day. It just, you know, at first it's not a big deal, especially if you haven't had one in a while, but then as a week goes by, it's just like, oh, I don't want to keep cleaning it, you know. So for me, I like to take big breaks between things, you know, piercings or tattoos, just because if I want something bad enough, I'm going to get it. And my next video is going to be on my tattoos. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you all like this video, and don't forget to like, leave a comment, and please subscribe for more relatable content, and I hope you all have a great night. Bye.